Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm back here at Magaliesburg, and we've got a little camp going on at the moment. I've been here before. There's a nice little dam that we've got out here. It's about 40 meters long, 4 meters deep. The owner put in about 50 carp. So there's some carp in here, there's some barbel, canary carpers, the flake carper, and definitely a lot of fish in this dam. When I came out here, obviously I first tried to find out what is happening in the water, and I took a swim out in the dam. So I found out that in the center of the dam it's quite muddy, but towards the ends there's a lot of rock and gravel that he threw in there, and that seems to be where the fish are turning. So he's got about a few 8-kilogram carp in here, and he's got a 10-kilogram carp that I'm going to try and catch, but we'll see how it goes. So firstly, let me show you how I'm baiting up, and then we'll do a cast in there and we'll take it from there. Crushed mealies is what I'm using here today, but I'm making a very little of it on that's a little that I'm making, so I'm using very little on the ball. And then for the baits on my hook, I've gone again with the pineapple and the garlic. For the bigger fish, I'm probably going to put 2 on a hook and just see how that works. So we're just using a little bit of our mealie ball, crushed mealies. That's what we're using on this particular rig that I'm going to put in. And I've seen the carp swimming, but because this is a small dam, I'm really going to make a small bit of packed bait on here, and I think that's about the size I'll go for. If you're casting in a small dam like this, it doesn't matter how you put it on. You just want this to break up as quickly as possible. So I'm really packing it very loosely on here. There's no real shape, it doesn't matter. And then obviously if you've seen some of my other videos, you will know that I like to put my white garlic floats at the bottom, and then on the top hook, which I put in the top here just to keep it out of the way, I've got 1 pineapple float that I've got in here. I've put no dip on here. Obviously this is a farm dam, so we don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. Also, you can see my hook lines are a little bit longer than 10 centimeters. They're probably sitting at around 13 to 15 centimeters, and that is because of the salt and the mud that is here. So we're going to just try that out and see how it goes. Okay, so in my other video we spoke a bit about the length of this drop that you've got. Now you don't want to cast this very fast, so then I'll make it quite short. You can see I've got that right up the top there. I'm not going to get it very far because it's about 30 meters that I'm going to put this, and we're going to stop it. I'm going to stop it with my hand so that you can see where it lands. Right, so here it goes. Let's see if we get this right. 3, 2, 1. And that's perfect right there. 3 meters of water is exactly where I want it. Okay, so on this rod, I'm using this pineapple sweet corn, and all I'm going to do is I'm using a bit of a float. This little pond is very deep. It's about 4 meters deep. So I've made my length about just short of 1 meter because I've seen that the fish is swimming at that depth. So I've got 1 rod in that's quite deep. It's laying at the bottom, and I'm going to see what I can catch there. And then I'm also going to try and put this in right at just off the float like that. So that's a simple little setup I've got there. I've got a snap swivel straight onto the main line or onto my leader, and then I've got a little hook on there with the sweet corn. And then I'm going to cast this in now and just let it float around in the dam and see if anything comes from it.
Here we go.
Okay, cool guys, so you'll see some of the pictures I'll put up on the screen now of the fish that we've caught here already. all of them ranging between about 2 and 4 kilos. And then I've been lucky enough to get that 8 kilos so far. I'm definitely still trying for the 10 kilo, but the dam is quite quiet, and we need to come probably later this afternoon, because the 8 kilo was early this morning, so maybe this is going to work a bit later this afternoon. I'm not too sure how this dam works and when these fish are feeding, and I hope I'm not putting too much feed in the water. That is quite a big thing. I was here a year ago, and on the first day I caught a lot of fish, and then for 4 days after that I caught nothing. And I think I put too much feed into the dam. So let's see how it goes. The fish are definitely quite healthy. You'll see they've got big bellies and definitely feeding well. The owner is feeding them some good pellets, I think, keeping them up, because they're getting the water. You'll see the video I made, that's borehole water that they're getting straight into the dam, which is very, very clean, no chemicals, and there's no bacteria or anything that's coming from the water. So definitely very clean water. But yeah, definitely a nice time we're having over here, and let's see what else we can get.
That was close. That is amazing.
Hey guys, so I'm so excited. I just caught that 10.7 kilogram carp, and I was using this little rod. Wow man, it was really a fight and a half on this little rod. It took me about 20 minutes to bring her in. And for those of you that did not believe it, this is the rig that I used. As you can see, I've got 0.8 hooks on there. Those are really, really small hooks that I've got on there, and I used that because I was just quickly fishing for a small carp, just to show the guys. I've got a standard snap swivel, as you can see on that. So it's a standard rig, nothing fantastic about it. 7-pound line, that's on my hook link, and I was able to fight a 10 kilogram carp with that. That is very, very, very impressive. So don't always think that you need the biggest hooks and the thickest line to fight the big carp. It's all about the skill, and this lovely little rod that I used here, it's nothing special. It's not a branded rod. I got it overseas, and a guy gave it to me while I was fishing for piranhas once, and I absolutely just love this rod. It did the job today. It proved its cut. It's not a casting rod, so obviously I never take it with me to the bigger dams, but for this little dam here, it absolutely did the job. Okay, as far as feed goes, again, very simple approach I had today. I showed you on my first video, that's when I started at this dam. I used plain feed on the ball, nothing fancy about that, plain popcorn feed. And on the 2 hooks, on the top hook, I stayed with that pineapple floaty, and at the bottom hook, I stayed with the garlic floaty. I did not change anything. Every now and then, I used to put a little bit of banana on the ball, but that did not change I think the setup that I had. And what I caught this fish on was right at the deck where I was standing, and it just took off like a bus. Absolutely a pleasure catching that fish. Hey guys, so this is my last night camping out here, and I tried to just do a bit of a night fishing session. Unfortunately, the fish are not biting very well. I cast my rods about 6 o'clock, and I just got my first bite now at about 10. So definitely very slow at night in this dam. When you're out at your venue, always check it out. Try and pick up what are the times that the fish are really feeding at. Like I said, at this particular dam, during the mornings are definitely the best times. At night, we've got 1 fish now. It was about an 8 kilo carp that we managed to pull out, and that was very, very close to the deck where I was standing. The rod that's on the other side of the dam is just lying quietly. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching once again. Remember to like, share, and if there's anything else that you'd like me to share with you when I'm on my fishing trips, please let me know. Send me a comment below, and I'll just do that. Cheers guys.